Hey YouTube, it's Matt with Olympus Reptiles, and some of you are probably saying, why are you still popping my feed? I thought you were quitting. Well, we are. Nothing's changing on that front. I want to be blunt. I guess I don't really follow much social media, so forgive me, but I know there was a comment made about how I guess others have said they're leaving and then just turn around like, oh no, I'm back. Y'all want me to be back, so here I am. In some kind of like social media gambit thing. That's not me, y'all. I've never been that way. Only time we ever joked about that is for April Fool's jokes and whatnot. If I tell you this is what I'm doing, it's because it's what I'm doing. The reason you're still seeing our videos pop up in your feed, and please keep clicking and watching, and go ahead and keep joining the Patrons. We're going to try to find a way to keep that Discord going that comes with that. As a matter of fact, we already have. I can tell you that Discord will stay together and stay going and still be a thing even after I am gone. Is because it's not going to be overnight to move all these animals out of here, right? And all this equipment. I kind of figured to get that done is going to take about a year. So you'll probably keep seeing videos from us for the next 12 months. But, you know, maybe not. Somebody takes the whole thing. It may only be 3 months. I don't know. But that decision is not changing. It's not in jeopardy of changing. It's a foot in the ground. Decisions made, and that's where we're going. But that is why you'll still be seeing videos. So I don't want somebody to look at us like, oh, that guy was just saying that to get attention. That's not my style. That's somebody else's style. Hey, you do you, bro. But for me, nah, if I'm telling you I'm getting out, it's because I'm getting out. With that, after making that video and putting that out there, you know, I didn't really know what to expect comment-wise, but we got a lot of comments. And so we got a little one in here with us. He made a little bit of background noise like that, little bombs blowing and whatnot. But I wanted to share some of those comments with you. And the reason for that is because, man, a lot of you said some things that, I'll be honest, man, I found them to be very touching and very compelling, and things that I didn't even understand or know, you know. And when I saw the comments coming in, all the things being said, I'm not gonna lie, man, y'all made me feel like I did more in this hobby than I felt like I had done. And I never got into it to be like, oh, I'm doing it for others. I don't want to paint myself as some, you know, it's not what it was. I got into it because I wanted to get into it. I got into it for me. I did it for me. You know, I was making stuff for me and for the people with me. Like, that's what it was about. So I don't want to grandstand and act like, but the comments did make it feel like, you know, some of the things we were trying to do through the videos, we accomplished more so I ever realized. So I wanted to share a few of those with you. I won't read them all because there's a bunch of them, you know, and, you know, Warfels Morphs. Some of you probably know Warfels Morphs. You know, sorry to hear this, Matt, but we send in prayers to your in-laws and your family. A lot of stuff like that, really just simple things. I appreciate that, you know. Yeah, so, but there's a lot, if I find what else to look for, you know. First, I want to thank you for being, I should say this is Ben Hoke 8318, I think is how I would say that. First, I want to say thank you for being such a great resource to myself and many others. Because of you, Brian B., and many others, I was able to produce several healthy clutches. Life happens, family always comes first. We're going to miss you on YouTube and in the hobby. Best wishes to you and your family. Man, a couple things with that. One, Ben, if I played any role at all in you producing your first clutches, that is awesome. To have people mention my name in the same sentence with Brian Barczyk is more than I think I could ever deserve, you know, so I appreciate that a lot. Just, you know, right up above that from PMF Exotics, I greatly appreciate all you've done. I've watched since I had one snake, learned a hell of a lot from you. Thank you, and I pray all goes well from here on out. You know, a lot of just things like that. People who've watched this for so long, you know, the word inspiration is in here a lot. Right here, the one right above that. Thank you so much for all your time and videos. I've enjoyed watching them and plan on starting a breeding facility next year. You've been a real inspiration. Man, I tell you, when I start hearing things like that, you know, it really makes me... You want up here, Leo? You want to say hi? Here, say hi. Now you going to run away? What's up with that? Those you don't know, this is Kurt's littlest one. Hey, buddy. He's getting big enough to be able to come over here and been helping us lately. You know, you guys, if you have little ones, you know. Yeah, bud. Yeah, so he'll hang out here. He wants to be on camera a little bit. Well, don't fall. You'll hurt yourself. But whenever I see things like that, and I have so many people who are saying, hey, what you did helped inspire me or helped me believe I could do it, or those things, man, I'm not going to lie, that makes me feel really good. If what we have done has helped others believe in themselves and do what they want for themselves.
Why do I water the snake?
I couldn't ask to leave a better legacy. I really couldn't. You know, there's nothing better that I could have done in this hobby at all than inspire others to get in. You know, it's not about, oh, I made the greatest snake ever in the world, or, oh, I made this, world's first. Have we done that? Yeah, we have made world's first. More than I've ever admitted to be blunt. Because once you did it one time, the gosh damn, it kind of turned into, who cares, But all of those things, even producing the first rattlesnakes, even being the first one to produce those blood red rattlesnakes, which is a really big feather in my cap for me, none of that even touches the fact that so many of you are telling me that we helped you, or we inspired you, or that you're here because of us, or you believed you could do it because of watching us. Man, y'all made me feel like, as I'm getting out of this, first getting out of this, there's a lot of sadness about it, right? If I want to process my emotions on a camera for y'all, I mean, fuck, in for a penny, in for a pound, here we go. There was a lot of sadness, and it was like, the sadness came from feeling like I was kind of getting out, and I hadn't really gotten done what I wanted to get done all the way. There was a lot of projects missing that we didn't finish. Things like that, right? That was where it hurt, After reading this and seeing those comments pouring here, and on Patreon, we'll talk to some of you guys directly too. The truth of the matter is, guys, I've accomplished more than I ever thought. Bringing others in and inspiring, giving others the belief that they could do something, that they're able to do more than they realized. Man, I can walk away from this now, and I can feel really good, because I can feel that Kurt, me, Caleb, Caden recently, we all got a chance to make a difference for other people. And I don't know what else is a bigger accomplishment in any hobby. So I feel great about that, and I wanted to take a moment to tell you guys thank you for your kind words, and let you know that those kind of words, and I tried to like most of them, but I'm not going to respond to all of them because I knew I was going to respond this way. Just know, if you put that comment down on there, I read it. Not somebody else. I don't have anybody hired to read comments for me. I read that comment, and I'm the one who put the little heart on it, or I'm the one who responded to it. Nobody else. Always this guy. That goes for those of you who have made good comments, and that goes for those of you who have made bad comments. Most of those I just chuckle at, throw away anyway, because I really don't care. But those good ones, man, you guys made me, you hit me right in the feels, and I don't know how to thank you for that. So the only way I can do it is here. So I just want to take a moment to tell each and every one of you, man, thank you for letting me know how you felt, because one person even wrote, I feel like the reptile hobby is taking a blow. And that kind of floored me, because I don't think me leaving the hobby makes one iota of difference. I'm just a dude. I'm not even a big breeder. I mean, me getting out ain't going to change the market. The market ain't going to feel it, right? To be blunt. So for somebody to look at that and say, I feel like the hobby's having a loss because you're leaving it, man, I had no idea. And so it really means a lot to me that some of you feel that way. One last piece of advice I can give any of you getting into this, especially if you're going to do the social media aspect, is you're going to get good and you're going to get bad. Feel free to respond to bad if you want. Feel free to roll in the mud with it if you want, or whatever you want to do. I've been known to do that from time to time. But what you put in here, what you remember, you get to choose that. I can choose to remember every negative comment, and I can't remember really any of them, to be blunt. Sometimes I can remember what I said, but I can't remember what the original comment was if I think I had a good zinger for playing around. But I remember the good stuff. I remember a lot of those, positive comments, and those are the ones I choose to put into my heart and carry with me. So I guess what I'm telling you is, as you go through this hobby or whatever it is you're going to be doing in life, you get to choose what you keep. You get to choose if you keep the positive or you keep the negative. You get to choose, some of those feelings. It's not as simple as that, I know, but it also is in some ways, So always try to choose the positive. Always try to choose the glass half full. Don't try to live in the negative, and you'll probably be a little bit happier person, right? And you'll feel better. So I just want to say thank you guys, all of you, for that. Kurt, anything you want to add? Kurt is shaking his head no. After 10 years, that dude would remember the camera only works one way. But still saying no. Caden, you're pretty new at this whole thing.
I got a little bit.
You got a little bit? Let's hear it, bro. See, he's learning.
Last time.
Hold on, before you get into it, I want to tell you there's a reason why the hat goes backwards on camera. And it's not because I'm a 90s kid born in 1981, for those doing math. I know I'm old as balls. And that's how we wore hats back then. It's because when you put it here, it casts a shadow on your face, right? Because this is made to block sun. When you put it back here, it doesn't cast a shadow on your face, so I can be on camera normal. That's why the hat's backwards. Now you know.
All right.
I think I haven't told you that when you were starting your own YouTube, all that stuff.
You did.
See?
Told me that.
You can also just do this.
Yeah.
But people think I'm bald half the time. All right, go ahead. I'm off topic.
So I have been watching Matt since the YouTube channel first started. My dad knows.
That's right. You have.
I have. My dad knows him personally, and he recommended it to me back when he still owned Reptile World and was filming some stuff in Reptile World. And I have been watching him since then. He's really who got me into the reptile hobby. I had been watching him for a while, and eventually I got a leopard gecko, and then got a step up and had the gecko and a bearded dragon. And those went on to some different people that just couldn't afford it, which I know you've done. You give some people some pretty sweet deals, so I kind of went with that. And then here in, I don't know, June, I think is when we went to the KC show.
Probably about then.
June, I was, instead of getting paid, I was paid with my snake Uno, and which was amazing, and I really appreciate that.
There's more coming to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I've only been working here for, since June, because I was supposed to start way earlier, but I had a little mishap with my arm, kind of busted that.
The day before we were supposed to go to a show, I think it was.
It was the day right before that first KC show.
You wrecked your ATV and busted your shoulder.
I busted it pretty bad.
Yeah.
And was in a sling for 2-3 months ish. And that first video I was in, I still could barely move my arm because I was only a week or so out of my sling.
You and Kurt could be sling buddies now.
Yeah.
Shoulder surgery.
So I really am really happy to have had this experience to be able to work with Matt, and I definitely do think that the reptile community is going to take a nice blow after Matt leaves, but I'm going to be taking on some projects that he wants to see go through. The Blitz Exanthic is definitely one of them, and brightening that up and really kind of perfecting that one out. And that's just one of many that I'm going to be seeing through, and Matt's definitely going to be the first one to get results on that.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be going up onto my YouTube channel if I ever decide to make a video.
Yeah, you should. Making videos is fun. So,
Right.
too, speaking of that, while I got you here, I still remember the way you got involved here was I was doing for my current work, which do insurance sales for those that don't know, for retirement PD. I was at a little bitty high school in our county, teeny tiny little one called Blue Valley, not the big Blue Valley.
1A. There are 76 people in my entire high school.
And we were doing a little halftime basketball show thing and had a giveaway, just something to drum up a little business, And Caden actually won the damn giveaway.
I did. I have never won a drawing like that once.
He won that. But before that, he comes up and he's like, "Hey, you probably don't remember me."
Well, I heard you mention you had like 300 some odd snakes. I was like, hey, my dad knows someone, and I met him like 8 years ago, and you said, what's his name? I was like, Matt. And he goes,
that's me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me. And so, and then he was still into snakes, so I was like, well, if you want to come learn more, come on and learn more. I would tell you guys too, if you get the opportunity to bring somebody else in to mentor and teach, do it. Do it. Most people first starting out, they're not going to have the ability to have this day one, but they want to get to this way they can see what this is like, and know if it's what they want to do or what they don't want to do or how much goes into it, have a little bit better idea, get to see your first babies hatch, get to see all those things that are really cool. So if you get a chance to mentor, do it. Anything else you want to add? All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Plus, if you mentor, it's kind of cheap labor. And we will see you all next time.
Thanks, Matt.